So if anyone has ever had to change a Silent Night 5820 XL panel and install a Silent Night 6820 Fire panel, you would have noticed that the cabinets are different. So this is the old cabinet, and this is the discontinued Fire panel, and this is the new cabinet. 6820 is the model number. So they're physically the same size, but the configuration is just different enough where it's not a direct swap. So emergency situation where fire panel is down and you need to provide coverage to a building, there's not an easy way to just install a new panel in place of the old one. Take these doors off. The circuit board for the new panel is a lot bigger than the old one, and you have these standoffs here, so it's not as easy as taking the new circuit board and mounting it in the old cabinet. It just doesn't fit that well. It doesn't fit at all, really. So then the cabinets themselves, the knockouts and all those on the side, they're all slightly different. So you can see these bottom ones in the old panel. There's 4 like pre-punched half-inch ones. The new one, only 2 half-inch ones. So just different enough where a direct swap is not easily, especially on an emergency basis where time is of the essence. So what we have fabricated is a mounting bracket to be able to mount the new cabinet on top of the old one, because usually there's a lot of conduit coming into all these fire alarm panels. Sometimes there's a lot of sub panels next to it. Maybe there's a battery cabinet below it. So there's no easy way to remove the existing cabinet either, and then there's also no space to just mount a new cabinet right next to it. So if you had all the space in the world, you would just leave your old box and then just run all your wires next to it, mount the new panel next to it, and then run all your wires to this, and then this will just become a splice box and everything's there. But if you're under time considerations, time restraints, and you don't have the space to do that, these brackets will definitely help in an emergency situation. So first thing is we drilled 2 5-inch holes in the bottom of the 6820 cabinet, and these are the brackets that we're going to use. We fabricated these. The inner screws on both of them are threaded to 1/4 and the outer hole is just drilled for nut and bolt. So basically these brackets are going to mount to the old cabinet. You do have to drill these holes, which line up with these outer holes on the bracket. You do have to drill those. So if your cabinet is surface mounted, like on the wall surface and coming out, then it's pretty easy. You'll use nut and bolts to attach the bracket. If the cabinet is recessed into the wall, then you're not going to drill this hole. You'll use self-drilling or sheet metal screws to attach the bracket. So this is how I'm going to attach the bottom. Nut and bolt there. These are number 10 nut and bolts. attach that one. And then the top left side. And this is going to be done after the old circuit board is removed and all your wires kind of brought down to the bottom of this cabinet. So I'll take out your old circuit board, get all your wires to the bottom if you can. Okay, so now we have the two mounting brackets attached. Then we have our 1/4-20 bolts, and these holes are going to line up with the factory mounting holes on the new panel. So this is how this is going to work. Going to mount the new panel right onto the face of the old one. There's the 1/4-20 threads. Actually, top one is going to need a washer. So that's how this will get mounted. There's your other 1/4-20 hole. And there's your 4th one. Right down there. So the reason I said to get the wires down on the old cabinet, or to bring them down here, so you can make your splices if they're not going to reach the new location on the new cabinet. I'd recommend extending them first before you put this on, and then your wires are just basically going to come from this cabinet and into this one, and then terminate wherever you need to on this panel. So that's how you would mount. That's how you would mount 6820 cabinet on the front of a 5820 cabinet if you had to. That gives you a general idea of how it would look when it's complete.